Hello everybody, BrioS here. I hope you guys have been able to get the Breakfast of Champions event done and gotten those trial mech challenges over and done with, because those are very trying builds. Those are actually very old matters, and on the current battlefield, they are just terrible. And yeah, without skills, it makes it even worse. And that of course lowers the gameplay dramatically, making the current gameplay, well, now that it's over, it's not so bad, but making the current gameplay in the battlefield just, well, really random and terrible. But anyway, right now I am done with it, so I'm going to share with you one of the builds I have been using. I've been pretty busy this week with work, but I managed to come up with this build and it's not too bad actually. I was pretty impressed. And if you're wondering, this is the in-house made PGI built mech, the 70-ton clan Omni-Mech, the SunSpider. And as you can see, this particular variant has lots and lots of guns. Yep, 2 guns per side torso, and that means this is the SunSpider A. In fact, the SunSpider A has nice ballistic hardpoints in each side torso, and it's good to use on other SunSpiders because it's an Omni mech. But for you guys today, I am just using the base SunSpider A with no swapping of Omni ports. That means I get the set of 8 quirks, and that's just energy range 5% and range 5%. So 10% if you have energy, and 5% additional range for just ballistics or something else. So anyway, this is a kind of a common build. Some people run the multiple darker build of the SunSpider. It is not too bad. You can run on about 5 UX2s, but I was sticking to the set of 8 quirks for the SunSpider A because, well, I like to try different things. And that means I'm sticking to 2 UX2s per side torso for a total of 4 UX2s. 5.5 tons of ammunition is barely enough, but the good thing about this particular build, and makes it kinda unique, is that I have a ERPPC in the right arm, and that gives it additional punch because the UX2s require a bit of phase time as you face the enemy and gun them continuously for sustained DPS. But the ERPPC gives a nice big punch every once in a while. But of course that means you gotta watch the heat because ERPPCs generate lots of heat. And because of the range quirk, and these are all long range weapons, all the weapons here have a range of 900 over meters. I think it's about 920 meters for the UX2s, but that's good enough, and yep, you can hit really far. As per usual, for many builds, I've stripped the leg armor to get a bit more tonnage, because you need the extra tonnage for the ammo. But if you worry about having such low armor for the legs, it's not so bad actually for the 8. But if you worry about the leg armor, you can always remove this half ton of ammo and pump in more leg armor, which is not too bad actually. But I like it the way it is. And as for skills, being a long range build, it's gonna have quite a lot of damage on this build, damage output that is. And with the 4 UX2s and the ERPPCs, it does quite a bit. And for that, you'll need 2 extra nodes of magazine capacity, because with 5.5 tons of UX2 ammo, it's not really enough, especially at long range. And I'm not really good at long range, it's not the playstyle I prefer, and I tend to miss quite a few shots, so I need more ammo. So magazine capacity, 2 nodes of that, because UX always jam. 2 nodes of enhanced UX here, that allows you to have a jam duration decrease of 15%, and all the other miscellaneous bonuses gives you pretty nice quirks, or rather skills rather. 7.8% reduction in heat, because this build is actually a tad bit hot. 14 double heat sinks on the SunSpider. Yeah, it's still hot, so every little bit helps, because the ERPPC, as I said earlier, generates lots of heat. 9% range, 5.4% reduction cooldown is not too bad, but with the long range and the weapons, you need a velocity boost. I would love to put a T-com, but I just couldn't find the tonnage that actually increases your velocity. But I just got 15% velocity skills. As for survival, some people actually have 0 because this is supposed to be a long range build. But in quick play, it requires a bit of skills for armor, because the meta in quick play is basically just DPS and short range fighting. Range builds tend to make the team lose because they hide in a far away land, and yeah, the team dies. So you get killed later when the team is totally dead. But anyway, 9.6% armor bonus and 6.2% structure for this configuration. Mobility of 13%. I wanted this to be a fast, or rather it's 81 kph, there is no speed tweak, but a rather more mobile build because you want to hit, reposition and run. because in the matter for quick play, there is lots of NASCAR, so you need to constantly move and reposition. If you stay still and die, don't blame the NASCAR, just blame your bad decisions and poor positioning. For operations, 15 SPs, 3 nodes of cool run to increase heat dissipation of 6%, and 5 nodes of heat containment to increase the heat capacity. All this to deal with the increased heat. But most important is fire management. Not firing the ERPPC, which will spike your heat a lot, unless you can afford the heat. So lastly, 10 SPs in auxiliary, 2 enhanced strikes and 2 cool shots. If you like, can actually remove enhanced spotting to increase the radius of the strikes and switch the SP over to cool shot cooldown, which reduces the cooldown for the cool shot, allowing you to fire the second cool shot faster. But I'd rather spend the time repositioning, so this is pretty nice. And I like to use strikes, as some of you probably do know. So that's it. That is the basic SunSpider A with the standard omnipods, long range darker build. Without the swapping of omnipods, I'm just using 4. Most people will swap it for a total of 5. And with an ERPPC in the right arm, that gives it additional punch. And SOC, that makes quite a lot of difference. So anyway, let's get down to some gameplay. I forgot to mention, if you really want to, you can put advanced zoom, but I didn't want to get any SPs for that, because SPs are pretty tight. So anyway, that's it. Let's get down to the gameplay, and I'll show you some SunSpider action with the Darker with the huge punch of the ERPPC, causing quite a lot of damage output. So let's go. With the long range of the UX2s and ERPPC, this mech actually does better on longer range maps, and that much is pretty obvious. But make it a point to stay with the team, always be nearby your team so you can support them, and they can of course draw aggro for you to cover you, so you can keep moving and keep positioning. And have a speed of 81 kph. This SunSpider has that, but right now I'm running through some fire and looking for targets to shoot, like this one over here. Looks like an archer with those bunny ears over there, and totally expected to see a Lermbo like it on Polar Highlands.
There's an archer, Hotel 8.
So a bit of damage done to him, bit of trading, but it's time to move up with the team. Team is going to go counterclockwise as usual, but I'm at the tail end, so hoping to get a bit of damage in before we start rotating. And of course, if you look at the minimap, there are a few mechs on my left, so waiting for them to catch up. Normally the slower assaults.
There, bunny ears.
Yeah, the bunny ears really gives the archer away. You can't hit it for damage, but it does give away positioning. So another long range mech, a rifleman.
Yeah, we shoot Hotel 8. Shall we push left? Come.
Yep. I just formed a fire.
Delta.
Perfect for it.
So hoping the team can have a unified direction. Turning left instead of turning right is always interesting.
Yep, Hotel 8, Hotel 9 border. Somebody shot my rear, guys.
Yeah, my rear is open. I don't think it was a strike. I think it was friendly fire.
Archer right torso.
Call out components that are called, like the right torso of the archer, then the friendly teammates know what to shoot. Just give out the mech name, the call sign, and the location. But as you can hear, there's light gauze fire from coming in, so yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Hotel 8 focus there.
So repositioning, taking the low ground, don't peek unnecessarily on Polar, that is always death.
Try to get the archer right torso.
This SunSpider, this Supernova probably voted for this stupid map.
Holding, don't rotate.
Light gauze fasteners down the Indian line, watch out.
Good comm so far. Somebody already called out a light gauze Fafner, so he has been spotted. From the sound of the light gauze, you know there's at least one running around. So with this kind of builds, you don't want to rush forward. You're hoping the team gets a bit more aggressive. But I'm not staying too far away.
Let's move forward, guys.
God damn it.
Light ghost.
Yeah, hoping the team will actually advance so I can support the push. Looks like the friendly light mech is already legged, so he's in trouble. Oh, it's one of these meta Vulcans.
Lerms on Bravo.
Yeah, he's playing it wrong. This Vulcan is overly aggressive Bravo, just charging in, YOLOing it.
Don't chase Bravo.
That's not how you play a 5T, because you're gonna draw lots of aggro, draw Lerms, and there's almost nowhere to hide.
Gold Victor, Hotel 9.
And I got that kill.
Move together. He's coming. One flea on our left, Alpha.
It's a locust.
So team is moving to the left, interestingly. Their hotel is really far away and I can still do damage. I just can't hit well at 922 meters or something like that.
Hotel 8 to Hotel 9. Got a assault to Golf, Victor. Good shot. Hotel 9, let's go.
So 3-2, we have a slight advantage. And we are moving, that's always nice. This Beagle on my right is thankfully a brawler Beagle. I'm a bit too far forward right now.
Don't stand behind me and shoot me.
It's a bad habit of me tanking. I like to be in front.
Firing line Hotel 9.
Okay, that sounded a bit wrong, but you get the idea. But at this range, I can hit better. That's about 4 to 500
Next
meters.
target is the assault, Victor.
4 to,
Golf.
4 to 500 meters is a good range for me.
Roger.
Calling out the target so the team can concentrate fire better.
One shot Golf.
Of course, call a target that makes sense, something nearby and damaged.
Hotel also called.
So we're all facing Hotel, who's standing at the top. He's reversing badly, so getting lots of damage into him. I think it's what, 800 meters range? Oh, but he's behind cover now.
Advance, Hotel 9. Let's go. Foxtrot. Good lerms.
So this is
Take
good.
Hotel 9.
This is good movement by the team, moving line abreast.
Roger, they're probably in a team.
Oh, right here. Yeah.
There they are, the Light Gauss Fafners, 2 of them. Both stealth probably. That's the backdoor shotgun build.
We are on the Indigo 10 range.
2 of
I'll
them
engage
is
the Fafness. You guys look for another target.
2 of them in our team is definitely very deadly. And in this position, there's lots of open terrain here. And as you can see, I am taking a beating. Oh, enough to kill me. Locos gets the kill, but I did 1031 damage. And taken lots of damage by the Light Gauss Fafners, but it was a medium laser by Locos that gets the kill. So things are really tight, 8-8. So here we have a
You
Supernova,
receive the advance.
this boiler. Strange build, UX2s, LRMs, ER mediums. Yeah, he just wants to learn from like far away. And AC, I suppose. But as you can see, it's not that effective. Maybe he's trying this for the first time, but don't play this build this way.
Ares. Right in front of you, there's a supernova far away. Your AC2s can engage it. The Fafner, I mean. Yeah, about 12 o'clock. Yeah, there it is. It's just there. There are 2. Shoot a nearer one.
Well, I don't mind what he shoots as long as he hits. So 2 UX2s against a 4 Light Gauss Fafner is not going to go well. Finally, he sees the Fafner in front, but it's too late. CT just opened up. No shielding. And we have the little flea. He's late. This Hellbrigger is not too bad. But at 7:10, the game is more or less lost. So let's see how the game ends. Can we get one more kill? Can Paul Muad'Dib get another kill? By the way, Muad'Dib is from Dune, and I hope Dune comes out pretty soon. I'm actually a nice...
On your right, he's
I'm not say nice, I like Dune. It's a nice movie. I like the sandworm scenes. Patrick Stewart was in Dune also. He was still bald back then. I guess hair doesn't grow back. He doesn't get himself into hairy situations. You won't see that in Harry Potter. So anyway, this guy, Muad'Dib, is the last guy. Oh, this Fafner comes in, but considering he hasn't fired, he's probably out of ammo. Can you kill? Nope, you can't kill it. So Locust was a Locust getting the kill. Locust, get it? So anyway, 1000 damage with the 4 UX2 ERPPC SunSpider. It does a lot of damage, especially at open maps like this. But bad positioning allows me to get massacred by the Light Gauss Fafners. Well done, the 2 of them. 4 KMDDs and a pretty nice max score. Or 566 despite the loss. As you could see from the last match, given a chance, the 4 UX2s and the ERPPC can do a significant amount of damage. Most people actually run just 5 UX2s for the pure Daka, but the ERPPC is an interesting change and surprisingly effective. This mech actually does high damage consistently if you don't get a potato team. And with lots of trial mechs during the Breakfast of Champions events, yeah, you get a lot of potato salad. And look at this. Look at the PPC spam. That's probably a light PPC boat. And good thing about this build, I have more range than it, so I want to trade with him. 900 meters for me, and let's see who is that wonderful light PPC spammer. Well, whoever it is, I can hit him, and he hit me for nothing. So even though I do a minimal amount of damage, I'm hoping to actually slow them down on this long range map, Alpine Peaks. Trying to get him to trade with me because it's a very unfair trade. I can do a bit of damage at long range while they can do almost nothing. So anyway, they are closing in. Gotta watch my heat. Don't really want to shut down here.
Tricky.
So I think it's a Jaeger with light PPCs. Probably 4 or 6. Yeah, now it gets a bit more dangerous because all their long range weapons are in range. So I'm taking a bit of beating as I trade. But being a long range build, I want to maximize my damage output at range. But don't really want to have an unfair trade in the opposite direction, so repositioning a bit. Taking some Gauss fire from somewhere, and true enough, on my right, 2 stealth Thanatos there with Gauss, which is pretty interesting, which means they have split their force, some on the left and some on the right of this hill.
Got 2 stealth Thanatos in the 9 high.
We still need to group up,
Both
so
Gauss. Orca is near you. Be careful.
splitting up is always bad. Gonna follow this team on the left, like the Victor on my left.
Go around Hotel 7, head towards Hotel 8. Orca, run.
Yeah, hoping to group up and push their side. But look,
Charlie dropped.
a Marauder made a mistake, it dropped down. So without jump jets, it's gonna be in trouble.
Charlie, right leg.
It's a very meta Wreck Marauder 3R. And I'm gonna stay at this range and just throw in some Daka and PPC fire if I can hit. So, big mistake by him dropping versus 3 or 4 of us.
Thanatos, don't forget the Thanatos above the Marauder.
I think they're in a group because the Thanatos has dropped down. There it is. I can still see you. They're
Gosh, this
stealth,
light
not
was
invisible.
waiting for us right there.
The PPC actually shows the position.
There's a
It,
light next to us.
it breaks ECM.
Timber, get it.
And again, another mech drops down. A light next to me, and look at this.
Please engage.
Something-
Thanatos 3 heavies.
Something very different. So the team basically is deciding to push us from the right flank. So there's a 2 push from the enemy team, 1 from my left, 1 from my right. Which is kind of good because they're split.
We need help in their 7.
Yeah, but I need help. I'm taking fire from both directions, in front and behind.
Give up on.
Good thing is I have range, so I can deal some damage
Yep.
Exposed.
from a distance.
Can we focus our efforts one way?
Yeah, we are very split also. Fighting on 2 fronts,
Data.
but they're not doing well.
Really
Juliet, right torso, Warhammer.
That guy goes down, and we're gonna push forward. Kill this group before we turn around and get the rest.
Take it out too. Got overwatched.
Oh,
Another Thanatos.
that PPC
Yep.
caused me to
One
shut
more
down.
mech jumping down.
Lots of heat from the ERPPC. Lots of damage
Watch our
from
rear, though. They're
the...
pushing from Hotel 7.
Yeah, lots of damage from the
Turn
rear.
around, turn around, turn around. Hotel 7.
So now that we've
I'm
taken
taking
care
this.
of this flank, except for this poor guy here, Lima,
Ouch.
hopefully I survived the damage from the rear intact. Yeah, 6-3, good advantage as we massacred this group. Normally one guy makes a mistake, the rest try to support him, but if
Alright,
it's a
now Hotel 7.
lost cause, it's sometimes just best to leave him alone. So now that we are grouped up, finally, we can turn around and face the other side. So the split push by the enemy was a really bad idea.
How fresh or healthy are these things?
Yeah, can you guys with armor go up?
Yeah, but our team is pretty passive.
Cyclops.
So caught yet again, and taking lots of damage. 1 torso blows off, leaving me
Alpha,
with 2
you
UX
shoot him
and
in
a
the
ERPPC. Kinda worried about the cheetah on my left. Caught in the open, and I go down.
Guys, you gotta push.
Yeah,
You're taking
te-
fire from both directions.
team is really passive. 945 damage. Good damage output though. Let's see if the team can win this. It's 7-5.
Hotel 7. Push Hotel 7. Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Right torso, Cyclops. Take Hotel 7, then turn around.
Finally the team is pushing.
There is a Cicada, CT. Well done, Alex.
Yeah, poor Cicada. Caught CT going up against the Jaeger with streaks. But at the point, the enemy team had no choice but to throw all their assets. And right now it's 11-5. So a win is assured. Just a matter of finding the last mech. It was probably the Troll Arctic Cheetah flanking on the other side just before I died. So let's just fast forward this part here. So anyway, as you could see, this build can do a lot of damage. It's a high DPS build, but really fragile, and the SunSpider hitbox for the CT is pretty big, allowing you to get hit pretty easily, but that's to be expected. But anyway, we're almost there. Here is the Arctic Cheetah. Oh, this Victor is so fresh. It's tough playing a brawler like this Victor on Alpine Peaks, which actually suits long-range builds like mine. By being caught between two forces in the open, I took a significant amount of damage. I could have played better, and it cost me my death. But anyway, 945 damage, 1 kill, 2 KMD, this is good damage output. 34 team damage will lower my max score, and that's a shame because this should be a 500 plus max score game. And 488 is still decent. But anyway, BrioS here signing off. I'll see you guys on the battlefield. If you do see me, say hi. Anyway, ciao.